Okay.
Right now, we're witnessing the beginning of the end of
Bro, the video just played. I didn't do that. Someone's inside my PC. Holy shit.
the internet.
Let's go.
The UK, Australia, the European Union, and the USA have all coordinated a global effort to control the internet. With Spotify ID verifications, YouTube verifications, adult site verifications, Reddit
Not anymore, motherfucker. Cause I got a VPN, bro. I got a VPN. I got Opera, man. It came with Opera for free, man. Yeah, not anymore. I can watch those videos. Yeah. I changed my friggin' browser just so I could watch something that I'm not supposed to watch because I'm in the UK and Online Safety Act. I'm fucking almost 30. I'm damn near 30, man. And I tried to verify my information and the thing just didn't work, man. It wouldn't verify for me, so I had to find a loophole. So this is it, Opera. Yeah, I had blue balls for 2 weeks before I discovered Opera. You know, I had blue balls for 2 weeks. I needed a release, and I went through everything. The other night, I think it was last night actually, I was researching AIs that are like sexual, not like Gemini, which she doesn't talk dirty to me, neither does ChatGPT, neither does this one, to be fair. This one doesn't talk dirty to me either. Like, a lot of them don't want to talk dirty to you, and I need something to talk dirty to me because I'm kind of a freak. I need a computer to tell me that I'm sexy, everything that the mirror doesn't tell me. So yeah, that's why I was looking for AI and I just discovered Opera, and I realized a lot of people are on Opera, and then I asked Google Gemini, what is Opera? And they said, oh, it's basically a browser with its own VPN, with password managers, with its own ad blocker, and it has quite a lot of useful stuff on here. So now I don't get ads, which is, thank God. I've been going insane getting ads over on Microsoft Edge for years. Literally every single second it's like advert, that is Twitch for you. So I needed to block those ads and remove them from all existence, and the only way to do it is get a VPN. Well, no, go on Opera and then select like block ads, select VPN on, set it to America, and I'm good to get freaky up in this bitch. I'm literally off the grid. Government can't see me, my ISP can't see me. Like, I'm like John Cena up in this bitch. Nobody can see my fucking browsing history now. It's bliss, man. So, nobody knows that I'm watching some freaky shit. I don't really watch freaky shit. It's just like, it's yeah, I like some sort of weird shit. I'm not gonna lie. All age appropriate. Basically, I like a bit of gay shit, like a bit of straight shit, like a bit of bisexual shit. Yep, I'm a freak. Right, now let's get back to this video.
verifications and even VPNs potentially being illegal now. It seems like anything deemed unsafe by the government is now locked behind an age check. In the UK, websites like Reddit and X now legally have to ask for a picture of your face or a copy of your ID. And the US and the European Union are now set to pass similar laws, as we witness in front of our eyes a very quick coordinated attack on the internet. But to understand why this is really happening now, who is coordinating this, and why they're really doing this in the first place, we need to look at what's been secretly happening in the UK, as this is where it all started. Now, while ostensibly in place to protect the kids, the UK has introduced the Online Safety Bill, going into action at the end of
July. And that's why I changed my browser. This is now my default browser, Opera, motherfucker, where I can literally get freaky up in this bitch. I can do some illegal activities if I wanted to from my bedroom, but I won't because I'm not an illegal guy. I'll keep this like strictly legal. I'm over the age of 18, so I think I have the right to watch porn and nobody knowing, not even my ISP, not even my government. I keep it on the down low, you know what I mean? I'm in America right now, until they do the online safety bill over there, and then I'll be changing to Asia. In the name of watching something that I'm too old to watch. Yeah, when you're damn near 30, you best believe you better get a girlfriend. If you don't, you're just a loser. And yep, you guessed it, I'm a loser. Whatever.
July 2025. The government claims that this is just for kids to not watch adult content, but this act has been making headlines for other reasons instead.
That is cap, bro. Like, the real reason is so they have your information. Everybody knows that. This country is built off of a bunch of nosy bastards. They just want our information for no reason. Like, why do you want my information? I'm just literally a guy just existing and the government just wants to yoink all my information. Why? Like, leave me alone, bro. Stay in my lane and you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. You know what I mean? Sheesh. And if you block VPNs, I'm joining the rioters.
No, you see, you gotta upload your driver's license to Spotify or else we won't be able to protect the kids.
First, there's the insanely wide net the UK government has thrown over the entire internet. You've got the obvious stuff blocked now, like adult content sites, but it's...
No, I don't. You want to bet on that one? Like, how much you betting? Like £1 million? Give me £1 million then. Boom! It's not blocked for me. I don't know what you're on about on that one.
And way past that, Spotify users have been enraged after Spotify has confirmed the checks would extend to explicit music on the platform. And what's more is that the platform will also ban users that fail the checks, or when Spotify thinks its users are underage. Discord is already asking for ID now to see channels that the server owner deemed as 18+, regardless.
I don't go into Discord channels, so I'm good on that one. Like, yeah. Discord, kind of mid. I have no friends, so that's probably why it's mid for me.
Of the content. YouTube is planning on asking for ID beginning in August. First, an AI will look at the content that you watch and then try to decide whether you're a kid or not. Watch too many Minecraft videos? You better watch out. At this point though, it should be pretty obvious that the measures are full of problems, the least being how useless it is for actually protecting children in the first place. Everyone under the age of 40 already knows how to get past any of this stuff. As long as at least one country somewhere in the world doesn't have these measures, using a VPN will get you past the age check. In fact,
it took me 2 weeks to realise that there's Opera, and I got adverts before then, so I'm a bit slow.
we've already seen this in action. The download numbers on various app stores have been going crazy. Proton VPN, just one of the many available options, saw a 1,800% increase in downloads when the act came into effect. And it isn't the only option either. Lots of people have found success circumventing the checks with random pictures or even screenshots from video games. So it's hard to see how the checks will ever be able to deal with AI-generated faces or really any picture or 3D model.
I couldn't even get it on this screen where it snaps a picture of you. Literally, I was stuck on a screen that said, put your information in and then reload. Or do something with I think it said allow your camera and microphone to be accessed and then, or your device to be accessed or something along those lines, like access this now thing. Which I had to do in the settings, and it still wouldn't work for me. It still wouldn't enable my camera. I think that's because my systems are probably like security protected against AI. It's literally like it fights AI like gloves off, like a hockey fight. It just fucking, ooh, you want my information, government? Not happening. So I had to find a different way to watch porn, because it literally, I couldn't even get it on this screen capturing like screen for the AI to snap a picture of me, like let me take a selfie type shit. No, the microphone and the webcam just said no, you're not accessing us, like piss off. So I had to find a different way, and that was Opera. And I'm not sponsored, so I don't have to put hashtag ad in my stream if my stream is not lagging, because over there it's fucking lagging like shit. So I don't know if I'm talking to myself or to you right now, but like, I think that's my laptop that's currently in the process of dying. I think it's going to RIP. I don't think that's my stream. I don't think my stream is like a PowerPoint right now. I think it's smooth as fuck. But over there, because my laptop's slowly dying or having a mental breakdown or something's going on inside of it, yeah, it's hella laggy over there. So I don't know if I'm talking to myself or someone else, but I talk to myself anyway because I yap too much. I even yap whether I'm live or offline. I'm yapping 24/7. I'm trying to keep it at a minimum because like I have someone new that's living with me now, so I have to like keep it down, so I have to kind of mumble a little bit more than I would usually, but they are out right now, so I can stream. That's why I haven't streamed for a hell of a long time, because I'm shy.
Phase. It means that anyone who actually wants to get past the blocks, including children, easily can. The UK government knows this and already knew this before they passed the Act. In fact, part of the Act bars websites from suggesting a VPN as a way around it. So who are the only people that don't know about VPNs? That
Apparently me 2 weeks ago.
won't know how to install and use them? Well, older people, people who have been left behind by technology.
Are you calling me old right now? you're about to get those hands like my system's been throwing it at these websites for, or at AI for like quite a long ass time. Yeah, you're about to catch these hands if you're calling me old, boy.
They're the ones who will blindly give away their ID and pictures of their face. Most will assume it's government guaranteed and safe, but of course it really isn't.
It is not safe, man. These websites will turn you in for the littlest thing that you do. You know what I mean? You look up like how to make a certain material and then they're like, FBI open up. And you're like, how the fuck does the FBI know that I typed that in? Oh, because I was reported by the website. So the website gives you information over to the government. Even if the government doesn't threaten legal action, they'll just be like, give me the information now. And they're like, aight.
Instead, the law changes open the door to a set of corporate contractors. Unknown until now, internet users are expected to share the most confidential information with these companies just to use the internet. So who are these companies? Well, let's take a look at Persona, the company that Reddit and OpenAI have chosen to conduct their checks. Taken directly from their privacy policy, Persona securely stores all photos of identity documents that you upload, photos of your face that you upload, and data from scans of facial geometry. Persona also fails to tell people when verifying that third-party vendors can also have access to all of this, meaning they give it to a ton of other companies. What's more, those claims about immediately destroying the data are really nonsense. The privacy policy indicates that they don't even get rid of it for a whole 3 years. So if they make you verify your age again, the timer resets. And that 3 years is only if the government doesn't explicitly tell them to keep it, in which case they will. So just by looking at one of these companies tells you that they can keep it for pretty much however long they want. Then there's the fact that it doesn't really matter what these companies say anyway. They routinely underinvest in cybersecurity, which leads to massive data breaches all of the time. Then millions of people's data gets sold to the highest bidder. Literally days before this act even came into effect, the women's dating app T also had a massive data breach. The app was designed for women to gossip about men in a safe space, enforced through mandatory facial verification for
Well, you fuck around and find out that's what that's called. Like, talking shit about your ex-partners is just annoying and cruel and malicious, because you're trying to avoid them and getting in the way of their happiness. Like, move on, you silly little girl. You're not a woman at that point, you're a little girl. Because you'll find a tantrum because they dumped you. Oh, boo-hoo, fucking grow up.
T said in their privacy policy that they deleted all the verification images immediately. However, when the breach happened, tens of thousands of these images were stolen and leaked online. And it's just been one of the many data breaches this year. You clearly can't trust these corporate contractors, especially these small shady companies, which have suddenly been given a guaranteed middleman spot by this new law. So because the government says so, people using the internet are now forced to give their ID to a selection of various companies, who will share it with whomever they like and delete it when they feel like it.
They haven't got my ID. Opera, VPN, block adverts. Yeah. Got a bit of COVID in this bitch because of the amount of dirt, years worth of dirt, my own skin, inhaling that equals COVID. So yeah.
So, in many people's opinions, it's the government itself that should be under scrutiny. They're the ones who should be treated like criminals, mainly because so many of them are actually criminals. There's been far too many scandals to count recently with Parliament. You've got the fraudulent PPE contracts, the expenses scandal, the breakdown of the SNP in Scotland for financial crime, just to name a few. And so if anyone should be getting monitored and surveilled, it's the people who wrote this law in the first place. Although we've just shown what almost everyone already knew about this. That this part of the online safety...
Don't forget, like, that woman that said, oh, if you're against the Online Safety Act, you might be a bit sus. And I'm like, bro, who are you protecting? Everybody knows a way around it. Like, if they're determined enough to carry on gooning, they will carry on gooning, like me.
If you have to
Sheesh.
use this because of VPNs...
Look at me, the
it's
biggest dumbass on the internet, and I found something new. Opera. It's not new because apparently my mother's friend used to use it back before it had all these adverts online. But, yeah, it's new to me, goddammit.
That's just because of the potential for data breaches, and hypocritical because of who it targets. And they already knew this before they passed it, it's just too obvious. So what's the real reason behind all of this? Well, a key aim of the Online Safety Act seems to be to control what adults view on the internet, based on their understandable...
Yeah, and that's cruel. You gave me blue balls for 2 weeks before I realised Opera GX was a thing. No, not Opera GX, Opera browsing was a thing.
To give away their picture and ID. You can draw this conclusion from what they've been using it to block. Lots of subreddits surrounding adult content were blocked by the act, of course, but lots of other ones were also caught in the crossfire. The Stop Smoking and Stop Drinking subreddits have been reported as being blocked to some users. And you'd think the UK government would want kids to have access to those resources, especially considering they let the vape companies get them all addicted years ago. Other potentially sensitive content is now being gated off. People have reported that X is blocking footage from immigration protests
It's fucking Twitter, stop with this X shit.
in the UK. A speech from a member of parliament was also blocked. It was about the horrific grooming gang scandal that's been rocking the UK recently. This is a clear example of harm being done to minors, yet the government chose to block people from discussing it. It's also been reported that posts about Gaza and Ukraine have been blocked as well.
Can I get monetized on either YouTube or Twitch or something, please? Like, look at my laptop. I can't watch my own stream even though I know it's smooth as fuck because it's not lagging now. Now it's lagging. Please, like, just... I need money so I can fucking get a new laptop because I can't even watch my playback without it friggin' lagging nowadays, man. That laptop is cooked, bro.
The danger lies in this escalating out of control. You give the government
And you might be saying, get a job. I fucking tried. These hiring managers don't want to hire me.
an inch and they'll take a mile, as we
Sheesh.
saw during COVID. And this law sets the precedent of handing over the power of censorship to algorithms. Algorithms and AI built and designed to follow broad guidelines dictated by the people in power. This is so dystopian, and yet nobody realises the true extent of how bad the situation really is, as it matches up with other UK laws and measures designed to restrict people's freedoms. The UK and Apple have been in a massive battle for years over privacy. The UK is demanding that Apple let them have a backdoor into people's messages and private information.
You know what's crazy about Opera? Like, if I go to Google, I'm not going to because I don't know if such shit is about to pop up in my history, but if I go to Google, it turns my VPN off. Like, Google's definitely got backdoor access to my fucking information. Don't use Google, kids. Use Bing instead. I'm pretty sure your VPN will work on Bing.
This backdoor doesn't even exist, and yet the UK is insisting that Apple break their promises and have it installed. Meanwhile, they've done the same for WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption as well, despite the fact that nobody can read those messages, not even WhatsApp, allegedly. Now, lots of tech companies may follow suit in pushing the UK on this one. At least you'd hope so. As I mean, when you've got Meta of all companies fighting for data protection against your own government, you know you're cooked. The measures are likely to play right into the hands of populists like Nigel Farage, and it could very likely win in the next election, as it's such a terrible, awful look for Labour and Starmer to force this through, despite the immense backlash.
Keir Starmer's a little bitch anyway, like, bitch ass man. Like, silencing the Palestinians, but letting the Israelis speak, man, you're a disgusting human being, taking away my free speech, man. If I want to celebrate war, which I don't, then I should have the freedom to pick a side like it's a fucking soccer team. You know what I mean? Like, you can't literally silence Palestinians and then let the Israelis speak. Either block both of their speech or let them both speak. That's it. That's all on that political spectrum. I know what's right and wrong. Silencing one group and letting the other group speak is blatant racism. You are a racist, young man, against Palestinians. Yeah. BLM. Palestinian Lives Matter. Yeah, I said PLM. Listen.
All Labour have done is dig the hole further and further, with how deeply the public no longer trust the government of England anymore. It's so bad that members of Parliament now label those who don't agree with this bill as siding with predators by opposing the Online Safety Act, calling people Jimmy Savile supporters.
Verifying your age keeps a child safe, keeps children safe in our country. And I say to people like Nigel Farage, who want to turn the clock back and wants to just overturn these regulations, every time he does this and says it, he makes children more exposed, more susceptible to dangerous...
Oh, does he? Well, maybe there should be a thing called parents. Oh wait, there fucking is. Now fuck off, you old twat.
Content.
It's a really disturbing, stupid attempt to silence
Like,
criticism.
where were you, BBC? I know where you are. Salford, I'm coming for you, bitch.
Which
And I'm coming for you hard. Because I watch porn now. No thanks to the likes of you and Keir Starmer. You probably suck Keir Starmer off in that little office of yours. You fucking dickhead. I'm going to prison for saying that. I should calm down.
one can see through. And the worst part is that this isn't just the license-happy UK nanny state. This is a coordinated, choreographed effort by major Western governments to limit internet freedom. They've wanted this for years and it's finally coming to fruition. Just take a look at some of the other measures they're drafting across the democratic world. In the European Union, under Denmark's 2025 presidency, they've revived the chat control legislation, which aims to mandate client-side scanning of all private messages even on encrypted platforms like WhatsApp and Signal, all to ostensibly detect CSAM. But what this is really doing is effective.
Like, literally, these governments are annoying. Like, oh, let us see your private information, or you might be a Jimmy Savile worshipper. And it's like, bro, like, I'd rather worship Nigel Farage than Keir Starmer, thank you very much. I'm not worshipping Jimmy Savile, fuck that. Like, that guy was a creep. He was a creep and he is a weirdo. Even in his grave he's probably doing his up in hell. Is hell up or down? I don't know. My sense of direction's cut since ever since I had vertigo. Like, my sense of direction's been cut. So I don't know if heaven's up or down. Maybe it's up with heaven, I don't know. Maybe it's side by side, like heaven's on the left side and then hell is on the other side. Like, it's like politics. Labour is the bad side, which is the left, and then everything else is the right side, because that's the right way to go. You should always lean to the right. So yeah, Reform is on the right hand side. Conservatives, now Boris Johnson didn't take away my free speech. I'm just saying I'm not affiliated with any party, but Boris Johnson, he was a dumbass. He was as dumb as Donald Trump and Joe Biden combined, but he still didn't take away my freedom of speech, get me arrested for saying shit online, which is freedom of speech and should always be freedom of speech. That's my Second Amendment, right? So yeah. So conservatives, like Labour makes conservatives look like angels, and they're both dickheads. They're both waste men. Like, literally. Who do I support in terms of politics? I'm not a political person. I get confused at politics, but I know who's a dumbass. Boris Johnson, Theresa May, and Keir Starmer. They're all a bunch of dumbasses. Who isn't a dumbass? The government is the biggest dumbasses. Like, they're all pretty much dumb. Nigel Farage, he's still a dumbass because he's old. Of course he is. Anyone that's old is a dumbass. Sorry, Grandad, you're up in heaven right now, but I'm not roasting you, I'm roasting people that are alive right now. Did you just fall asleep because you're still lagging over there? Like, bro, who gave you permission to sleep, you lazy bastard?
Effectively ending end-to-end encryption and opening the door to mass surveillance and systemic security vulnerabilities, which is all part of their wider Protect EU initiative, which seeks to enable lawful decryption of private communications by 2030. Then we have Australia, arguably the most aggressive Western country when it comes to taking away internet freedom, as their e-safety commissioner has sweeping powers to now demand content takedowns within 24 hours, including posts on private messaging apps and non-compliant.
I can get behind this though, because it's literally the S word. Nobody wants to see some other guy get S-worded. Or even the other S-worded, the sh word. Nobody wants to get sh or st. Yeah. St. Yeah. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see it either. There's too much blood and I'm squeamish, so I'm behind this. Like Australia.
Compliance of this can lead to millions in fines, as Australia has criminalised end-to-end encryption resistance. Under the Taylor Act, the government can legally...
Okay, Australia, I take my words back. Bear with me, I can hardly swallow nowadays. Like, I think I've got an underlying health condition, but my doctors are a bunch of waste people. They're a waste of time. Like, I've got 2 ingrown toenails, 2 blisters, and they just don't want to speak to me. They're like, nope, we don't want to speak to this guy. Like, he's going to rest in peace at this rate before he'll die of sepsis before I get a doctor's appointment. Assholes. Like, despite us being on your phone, can you please ring us back if you want an appointment? Motherfucker, this is why I'm on the phone to you, you dickhead. Oh my god, she's gone. That's what it's like to be a patient at a doctor's that's incompetent.
Force tech companies to build backdoors into encrypted apps like WhatsApp and Signal, and gag orders prevent them from telling the public. And they too are also pushing for facial recognition technology to enforce age verification. Also that they can ensure who uses social media and who doesn't. Even going as far as to apparently ban kids from social media. In the US, we have the Kids Online Safety Act, which gives the government and state attorneys general power to control online content that could be deemed harmful to minors. But like all of these governments, the language is vague. It's clearly just a front to control and regulate more of the internet. And
True.
the US is even trying to push through the Screen Act.
The West is becoming Russia. They're becoming what they hate, basically. And everybody hates Russia. But they are becoming Russia. That is ironic, isn't it?
Requiring comprehensive age verification for all users on the internet, potentially ending anonymous browsing in the US as a whole. It's clear governments around the world are suddenly in unison, quietly and rapidly coordinating to take unprecedented control of the internet, under the guise of just protecting the children. It's like the Simpsons meme of saving the children. Ireland is now proposing a law that will allow the government to scan your private messages directly on your phone before you even send them. Not by breaking encryption, but by implementing...
This is the next level of fucking nosiness. Like, bro, get a life. Like, go and watch something rude or sexual. Oh wait, you can't if you're in the UK. Or you could get Opera, even though it keeps on lagging my laptop over there, but I think my laptop's just cooked. There's nothing to do with Opera, that's just a very cooked laptop. It's been hot like many times before. The only thing that I can watch on there is VODs nowadays, so no more live streams actually, yeah, because I can watch it on my tablet. That is why you should have multiple technologies in your household. So you can, if one thing fails, you can just watch it on the other thing. Smart guy right here, and people call me a dumbass.
Blind-side scanning, which means the government could get access to your messages.
Just go and play a video game if you've got that much time, government. Like, Jesus Christ.
Or they're encrypted straight from your device.
Fucking
and the
nosy
UK's really
bastards
step
with
ahead
no
of that.
life.
In the Online Safety Act, they give Ofcom the power to mandate the same kind of invasive surveillance. Scanning your messages before they even leave your phone. Something straight out of Minority Report. And this isn't hypothetical, this is now reality. We are currently witnessing a horrifying force to control the internet, and this should alarm everyone watching this video right now. As the
Dear the
internet,
government, this is why nobody likes you, by the way. You're too nosy.
as you know, it has been taken away from you in a coordinated global government effort, and nobody voted for any of this. But if you really want to understand why they're doing this, you can have a look at this video where we predicted 2 years ago how the governments in the West would take away our freedoms online. In the video, we'll lay out exactly what you can do about all of this. So check out this video right here about 1984 now.
Reasons not to pay taxes and tax evade whenever you get the chance, because like this government is just doing things that nobody liked, nobody voted for, so they shouldn't be getting your money. They should be stripped of your money until they listen to their actual citizens and what their citizens want, not just stealing from us and doing what they want. Fucking asshole rich people, but that's rich people in a nutshell. Right. But yeah, they need to get a life. Like, imagine having so much time on your hands that you just want to spy on everybody. Like, just being nosy for no reason. Go and play a video game. Go and watch something. Get off our dicks, man. Get off your citizens' dicks, bro. Like, Jesus. Right. Wavy web surf, that's who I want. When accidentally going live ruins your life.
With the barriers to streaming almost...
Shh. Give me a second for it to catch up. Come on. Come on. Like, just give me that second. I'm catching up. Slow but surely. Who's upstairs with me? See. Wait. Bro, you are literally a decade back, man. Jesus Christ, laptop. Right, I'm pretty sure it's ready to be played. He's looking ready for me. What do you think? Is this the face of a man that's ready to be played with?
With
Let's
the
go.
barriers to streaming almost non-existent in today's age, a rather humorous genre of blunder has emerged that I've taken a particular interest in documenting. The accidental live stream. From internationally famous celebrities accidentally streaming themselves laying pipe, to mistakenly broadcasting the birth of...
What platform was that on?
The accidental live stream. From internationally famous celebrities accidentally streaming themselves...
This looks like Instagram. Okay, I need to get myself an Instagram account. Shit. I probably didn't need this VPN after all. Yeah, I do, because I need to hide from people. Yep. I've got ops, bro. I got ops up in this bitch. Nobody likes me on the internet. Does this face look bothered? I'm more bothered about my vertigo than I am with anybody else. Like, just remember that. I don't care what you think, young man, young woman. I don't know. Young, what other genders is there? Femboy, young transgender woman, young. What else is there? Transgender man? No, just no. I like transgender women more than men.
laying pipe, to mistakenly broadcasting the birth of your child to Facebook, and of course unintentionally distributing a live stroke session to YouTube. These are the internet's most infamous accidental live streams. The Instagram live cheek clapping incident.
I just don't get DSP, man. How the fuck do you press go live, pull a screen blocker up, and then jerk off expecting yourself not to accidentally hit your hotkeys, man, to show yourself full cam? It's like, bro, how stupid do you have to be? Just do that before you press go live. You know what I mean? That's why ain't nobody seeing me jerk off, man. I'm probably, you'll probably see a bit too much actually, because I do it on my bed. Yeah, I do it at the, what is this, laptop? Yeah, I do it on a different device. Because ain't nobody catching me jerk off. I can't even stream on my laptop. Look, it can hardly fucking play back my live stream nowadays, I'll have chance streaming on there. You'll probably see me friggin' lagging, jerking off. Like, lag jerking. That's gonna be a new trend in 2026. Yeah, ain't nobody seeing me jerk off. You'd see my penis. If I was to jerk off on live stream, you would see my penis, because I literally lay down, and then when I'm done I get up and then I lift up my trousers back to my waistband, and then I'm good. I'm all covered. Now I don't use tissue, that's for babies, man. I just do it 1, 2, 3, done, and then pull it up. And I don't even have a sheet on my bed, I have a straight up mattress, because I like to lay in my shit. I like to lay in my semen. It feels so good on my skin. I'm kind of gay, not gonna lie. Everybody is though. Everybody at least got 1% of gayness in them. I probably have like 50% gay, 50% asexual. I'm 0% straight though.
On September 11th, 2024, users of Instagram would be left grieving. Not because of anything terrorism.
I'm left grieving right now because of this fucking laptop. I'm closing my own stream. I'm done with that. Oh lord, like holy shit. I was not expecting to see the hub and Cheerbait on there. Yep, let's just close that. Jesus, almost got banned. I was one misclick away from getting banned, because you can probably see that screen.
Rather, it was due to a freak tragedy of the modern age. A sports media superstar, athlete, and internationally beloved Unk accidentally went live while getting busy in the bedroom. And the aftermath of its leakage threatened to ruin the
Just that 2 seconds is enough for me. Holy. I better freaking end this live stream right now.
Celebrity's career. But how exactly does one accidentally live stream themselves clapping some cheeks? Well, let's probe deep and get to the bottom of this story.
I eat everything on the pig.
Bro thinks he's funny. You got the whole squad laughing with that one, buddy.
Squeal. Huh. Oink.
This is Shannon Sharpe, aliases Shay Shay, the Shapeshifter, and of course, Unk. He's an NFL Hall of Famer.
That's where people get the Unk meme from. Is this guy. Anyone that's old is apparently called Unk nowadays. I'm no Unk, bro. I'm nobody's. Actually, I do have 3 nephews and nieces. No, yeah, nephews and nieces, but their daddy took them away from me. What a cretin. Cheats on my sister and then takes her kids away.
One of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game, with over 10,000 receiving yards during his career. Retiring in 2003, Unk took the route of sports analyst and media.
That's why you can no longer call me Unk, because I no longer have nieces and nephews. They went bye-bye. Now it's peace and quiet.
Personality. He found immense success in his lane. I guess you could say Shannon is
life is better without kids, just saying.
Of a natural behind the camera.
Is that what we doing, Skip? So why, hold on, Skip, I was looking at me when I'm talking to you.
His booming voice, enthusiasm, and animated persona have helped this Unk become one of the most beloved sports commentators in American history.
He just sounds like Stephen A. Smith, man. He's nothing special. He kind of looks like him too. Okay, that's racist. Do not say that again. Okay, daddy.
And he's an invaluable asset to sports networks like ESPN. And with that stated, I must highlight that Shannon is popular with more than just Sports Center boomers. He has found success with younger fans as well through independent ventures like his Club Shay Shay podcast, which has produced many interesting moments. Needless to say, Shannon Sharpe is a massive, almost universally beloved and wholesome figure in the world of sports entertainment.
Be careful how you say that word, young man. Figure, what rhymes with it?
9/11, everything was about to change. With over 3.3 million followers, Instagram is by far Shannon's largest social media platform, mostly used by the man to promote his podcast and post life updates. Shannon rarely goes live, so when viewers got that 9/11 notification that Unk was streaming, thousands of them tapped in. Upon tuning in, live stream attendees unwittingly found themselves in the cuck chair, a front row seat to an apparent cheek-busting session broadcasted by the Shapeshifter himself. While thankfully no body parts or people are shown in the recordings,
You mean, unfortunately? I want to see body parts.
some rather intriguing audio is heard. This audio with a man grunting and groaning, and a female can be heard making some interesting vocalizations of their own. If I was to
They're
take
just
a
playing Scrabble or some shit. My mother and father used to do the same. I don't know, because I wasn't born back then, so how would I know? Because I heard them from inside her. Okay, that's inappropriate. Stop being inappropriate, boy.
wild guess, I would assume that they're assembling some IKEA furniture or something like that. People were in complete shock at what they were witnessing here. Fans of the Ankh were in disbelief, begging Shannon to cut the stream, while others speculated that he must have been hacked. Some offered critiques of the performance itself. Quote, somebody hacked Ankh. He must have been hacked, lol. Nah, hell nah. Inward growling, unquote. After it was all said and done, this freaky
She sounded like she was crying, low key, or what is that, high key? I don't know. I'm too old for this shit. I need to stop streaming.
ass live stream was viewed by close to 6.4 million people. The celebrity's boink session lasting about 2 minutes. So, at least he's relatable in that way. Now it's pretty clear what had happened
Hey, I last for about 1 minute. Like, that's not accurate, man.
here.
He isn't relatable with me. He lasts faster than I do. Or longer than I do, whatever. Brain, can you say words? No, I can't.
Shannon, in all of his boomer wisdom, had somehow accidentally hit live while performing an intimate bedroom tune-up. Realizing he had just made a potentially career-ruining fumble, the former tight end screened his options and took a route of ignorance initially. Shortly after the Unks bricked-up broadcast, an Instagram story was published to his account, warning fans, suggesting the entire broadcast itself was some sort of hoax orchestrated by a malicious hacker. Beware. My @ShannonSharp84 Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out. Vigorously? That's really the adverb you decided to go with here? Jesus Christ, there's no help with this guy. We're vigorously...
Just because you don't understand big words doesn't mean sophisticated people like me and Shannon doesn't, mate. Get with our Unk wisdom right here, man.
trying to solve the problem. Now, as you might expect, given this... Fans were calling pass interference on Shannon's efforts to throw blame at a hacker. It was very obviously him grunting and carrying on in that live stream.
But, she sounded like she was, like, crying low-key, bruh. That is not moaning. That is not regular moaning. That is not a moan of pleasure. That is a moan of get me out of here. I should know. I've listened to both of those. Yeah, once when I was younger, I had the window open because it was summer and it was hot during half term, and I listened. No, I didn't. I was listening to music, and then I hear the background noise. Took my headset out because I had earphones, so it was one piece that I took out, and then I heard an old woman moaning, and I was like, "Damn, this is hot." And then I just put my music back on because I wasn't in the mood to masturbate back then because I was a kid. You weirdos. Thinking that I'll do a 5-knuckle shuffle to that? No. And then I accidentally, I came back from the cinema and someone was laying pipe in my stepsister's you-know-what. And I was like, I was low-key listening, I'm not gonna lie. I found that shit hot. Yep, I'm a freak. But yeah. And then once in Thirsk, I went up to Yorkshire, and yeah, that woman sounded like she sounded kind of similar to this, like low-key hating it, hating her life. Why is she here? Is what she was moaning. And then they started to have an argument at like 5 AM in the morning. Yep, 5 AM is the morning, motherfucker. Congratulations, you're on Unk status because you're a dumbass. So yeah. And then they went to sleep, and then we woke up and we left because it was what is it, clocking out day? Clocking out? checking out day. It was checking out day for us, so they woke us up before checkout. How nicely, we got a wake-up call. We got like an alarm to wake us up, to tell us to get the fuck out of the hotel, motel. It was kind of a motel. Motel status, like, kind of like just rooms, rather than anything else. I think it was low-key a hotel, in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it was one of those hotels that people go to do one thing, that's sex. And for some unknown reason, because we stayed in it, we had to witness that. And I say for some unknown reason, we stayed there because I don't remember the reason. So that is why it's unknown to me why we stayed there, but we did. We stayed in a sex hotel as a family, listening to people having sex. Loud people, loud motherfuckers. They sounded British.
With mounting pressure from fans, mainstream, and social media, Shannon seemed to come to the conclusion that if he was to maintain his audience's affection, he'd need to deliver the truth raw and fast.
Nah, if it was me getting caught doing that, I'd be like, yeah, I fucked her, dab me up, homie. Like, I ain't gonna fucking deny shit, bruh. But if it comes out that she was like a little bit too young for comfort, it wasn't me, it was one of my brothers. They sound like me because we're both British. I'd just blame someone else, or I'd just stay silent, keep it on the down low. They'll forget if you just ignore it, surely.
Even say. Unk's brand is very much about keeping it real, so in a bold move, lubricated only by a desire to maintain integrity, the Unk went balls deep into the controversy on his very own podcast. Later, on the evening of 9/11, Shannon Sharpe went live on his Nightcap podcast, which is a show co-hosted by NFL wide receiver legend and longtime friend of the Unk, Chad Ochocinco. It was an effort to get ahead of the story. Shannon would speak candidly, detailing his shame and embarrassment regarding what had happened, making clear that it wasn't a staged publicity stunt or hack, but was indeed a case of a boomer accidentally going live.
But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on, so I don't know how it works.
Shannon explains that during the time that he was unknowingly streaming, he actually started getting calls to his second phone that he had, people trying to like tell him what was going on. You know, that's how he figured out what was happening.
All of a sudden, my other phone is going off, and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie Fritz, who's been my longtime marketing guy, he finally got through to me and he said, Shannon, you on IG Live? I'm like, doing what? And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank.
The explanation of what had happened is initially weaved with threads of regret, humility, and condolences, though Shannon couldn't help but acknowledge the humor of the situation as he peppered in some of his signature Unk charm during this bang session apology.
I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk. Hey, Ocho, see, I know, man, I'll be lying, I'll lying. Okay, lying?
Come on, man.
He sparks hard, Ocho. And, you know, I hit one early this morning.
The virile Unk used the opportunity to also take a jab at detractors who were apparently making claims around this time that he was gay or sexually impotent because of his age. Well, we know that's not true. To conclude...
Actually, now that I hear those moans, it might be a femboy. That kind of sounds a little sickle, dickle bit, manly. Yeah, manly. Not boyish, manly. I almost was getting a visit from the FBI then. Try it. VPN, actually don't try it. No, do not challenge the internet. They will actually fucking do some weird voodoo shit. Like, no, don't do that, you imbecile.
This analysis of the Nightcap apology stream, I'd like to play a clip of Shannon expressing a final sentiment of remorse, wherein I think he rather poignantly explains why, despite the humorous absurdity of the matter, this was an unacceptable failure of his responsibilities as a widely beloved and looked up to media personality. Take a look.
You cried?
Yeah, because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for my circle. I'm embarrassed for the people there. There are people, not everybody, but there are people out there that hold me in high regard and look to me as a beacon, as a role model.
Right.
And
This is the equivalent of my Twitch streams. I want strangers to watch them. My YouTube, I want strangers to watch them. My Kick, I want strangers to watch them. My TikTok, I want strangers to watch them. But I don't want my people, my circle, finding out what I do in my private time. Like, it is a sacred thing to me. And because they ask the one question that everybody asks when they know that you're doing social media: how much followers you got? And I always get sad when I'm like, nobody likes me, nobody watches me, man. I'm too cringe, too ugly, too unentertaining, uninteresting. It's a hard nut life. That's why I don't tell you, because when you say that you're irrelevant, they'll make fun of you. They'll be like, haha, what are you doing that for, you fucking knobhead? Haven't you got a hobby? A hobby that you don't need to rely on anybody else but you to do for your own enjoyment? Like, leave me alone, bro. So yeah, that's why I have to stream when somebody new that's living with me goes out, and then when they come back, you won't see me for months after tonight. You won't see me for months, maybe a year. Depends how long it takes them and my brother to move out. And then, yeah, I'll probably live stream every single day.
I let those people down.
All things considered, the Nightcap podcast episode discussing the accidental live stream was well received by Shannon's fans. It was honest, raw talk, and Unc was able to tackle the difficult subject in a way that was true to his personal brand.
I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk.
The only real repercussions at the time were internet memes and online jokes, many of which actually indirectly praised the 57-year-old man for still being a bedroom athlete. Looking at this situation with everything now considered, you might be tempted to call it one of the most brilliant PR crisis navigation victories in the history of show business. And if only isolating this particular segment of the controversy, I'd probably agree with you. But the story of Shannon Sharpe and his sexual misadventures isn't quite over yet, as things would take a more disturbing turn the following year. Some serious accusations were coming down the pipeline. Just as the public was beginning to forget his accidental live stream, Shannon Sharpe found himself back in the news again for bedroom-related offenses. And sadly, there's little humorous silver lining to the sheets enveloping this allegation. Allow me to introduce you to, at the time, 21-year-old Gabriella Zungia. This OnlyFans content creator shocked the public after issuing a civil lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe in April of 2025. And for what, you might ask? Well, the woman was seeking over $50 million in damages, claiming that Shannon had assaulted and sexually assaulted her.
I'm not going to comment on that, actually. I was going to say, let me join, but no, I do not participate in those activities, thank you very much. Everything for me is 100% consensual. It has to be.
Additionally, alleging the Unc had engaged in sexual battery and intentionally inflicted emotional distress against her. The complaint alleges that Shannon also recorded their sexual encounters and shared them with friends without the woman's permission. Though it is important to note that the complaint...
Hey, I would do... No, I wouldn't, actually. Don't incriminate yourself, young man.
...clarifies that Gabriella was
Chill.
not the same woman
Chill.
with Sharpe in the accidental live stream leak. Now, I'm no legal expert or anything, and everything that is alleged, but My thinking here is that the individual may have been afraid to come forward with their allegations initially because of Shannon's rather flawless reputation. And while the livestream leak doesn't necessarily show any form of abuse, it showed the world that Shannon was very much sexually active. And it definitely hinted that there was more to the wholesome unk personality broadcasted on TV and social media. Perhaps after the accidental stream situation, this person felt their story would be taken more seriously, and that's why they came forward. When these sexual assault and misconduct allegations hit the newswire, Shannon was quick to respond to the controversy just like he did previously. Though there was nothing jovial about this address. Shannon, mustering every ounce of professionalism that he was capable of, communicated to his audience, claiming the allegations were untrue. And he even goes as far as to call the civil suit levied against him a shakedown attempt from a predatory lawyer that targeted rich black celebrities.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
In addition to this response, Shannon's lawyers produced a series of text messages between the OnlyFans accuser and the unk, seemingly showing Gabriella being sexually promiscuous, at one point allegedly asking to have a dog collar on while being choked. In response to this statement, Gabriella...
Ooh, kinky. Like, so it was consensual. Hey, invite me next time. I might be small, but that's okay, she got an asshole.
Gabriella's lawyers released leaked conversations between her and Shannon, one of which includes audio of Shannon allegedly threatening to choke the dog collar enthusiast.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you sit there one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Shannon's
Okay, it sounds non-consensual. I'm back out again. Like, I'm a grower, not a shower type shit.
legal team responded to this recording, claiming the clip was taken out of context and was part of a role-playing dynamic. Whatever the case, the allegations surrounding this matter had proven to be far more consequential than the accidental live stream that predicated all of this. Because of the controversy surrounding him, Shannon took a sabbatical from his broadcasting role at ESPN. While he wasn't fired, it remains uncertain if he will return. Shannon is very much a face of the network when it comes to ESPN's NFL stuff. He gets a lot of exposure for being on their shows. I couldn't imagine he would have taken a leave if it was not for this situation. In addition to the uncertain circumstances with ESPN, it was also revealed that Shannon once offered $10 million to settle the lawsuit filed by Gabriella, indicating the filing may have had more bite to it than many initially suspected. I would have had to have ended this story on a cliffhanger if it wasn't for a massive development during the scripting process of this video. A settlement has occurred, a seemingly big one too. On July 18th, Gabriella's lawyer, Tony Buzbee, announced the $50 million lawsuit had ended in settlement, with parties reaching a mutually agreed resolution and the matter being dismissed with prejudice. This settlement also clarifies some details about their relationship, if it were.
That's how you know it was false allegations, if they settle it out of court and keep it on the down low. It's like hush money. It's like, keep it on the down low. But yeah. Anyone that has been actually SA'd or R-worded would actually, no amount of money could fix what somebody else has done to you in the past. Facts, bro. So, it's like, if you settle it despite claiming that he did the most horrendous acts on you, you were just in it for the money, little woman. You know? Like a little sis, that's the word that I was looking for. Yeah. Because no amount of money would take back the trauma inside your brain. So yeah, this kind of hints since it was settled, since they came to a mutual agreement upon resolution, that kind of hints that it didn't happen, because no amount of money, no amount of like settlement would make the pain go away, the trauma go away, you know.
Stating that it was admitted by both parties to be, quote, a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship,
i.e. she lied about it,
unquote. Anyway, shortly after this settlement revelation,
you know, why wouldn't you want a predatory person behind bars, locked way behind bars, to get fucked themselves, so they can feel how what their actions have done to other people, they can feel how it feels, you know what I mean? So yeah, if that was English. But yeah, I know what I meant. That's all that matters. I'm retired from live streaming after this, so yeah, I don't care what you think.
Gabriella announced that she was retiring from OnlyFans, saying this on social media. While the amount awarded to her isn't public information, the implication is that she got a fuckload of money from this. While Shannon Sharpe is by no means going to be bankrupted,
And that's why she is a liar and cannot be trusted. She might have good looks, but I will not fuck, because otherwise I'll catch a case, and I don't have that kind of money, so I would be going to prison, you know. But yeah, you'd want your your abuser to be locked behind bars. No amount of money would settle it for me if I actually was fucked in my arse unconsensually. No amount of money can repair my fucking glands in the arse. There are glands that can tear and give me AIDS. No amount of money would literally fix that. So how she just got the bag and was like, it was all consensual and I lied, peace out, and then she said peace out to the internet, so she did it 2 times. Yeah, she lied about it. Fucking women cannot be trusted, and that's why I don't fuck women.
by this lawsuit, it is a huge hit not only financially but reputationally as well. A lot of people have been criticizing him lately, you know, saying that it's kind of pathetic that he's in his 50s or 60s and doesn't really have a wife or family to take care of him.
I'm never having a wife or a family to take care. I do have a family right now, but I came out of that family. So I was born into this family. When they're gone, I don't have any family. Because I don't want any family. I don't need a wife and a kids to make me happy. Kids are annoying as fuck, so they'd make me cry, especially because they fucking take every last cent off of you, so because they want a toy, or they want new clothes, or they want pointless shit like school uniform. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that lifestyle. And women cannot be trusted, like I just said, so therefore I'm okay. I'm the forever alone guy. But I won't forever be alone, because one day I will be homeless, and I won't be alone because I'll have a lot of people passing me, calling me, telling me to get a job every single day of my life. I'm waiting for that day. And then I curse them out on Twitter. I go to prison. Nice. I get a free hotel, free bed and breakfast, free meal, free sex, free TV, free pool table, PlayStation. And I haven't played PlayStation for years. I've been Xbox for quite a long time and PC for quite a long time. So yeah, prison sounds really good, in my opinion. I want a good time in prison. So does everybody. That's why they commit crimes nowadays. Everybody wants to get fucked in the ass.
At least support him. You know, he's still in the trenches as a grown-ass man, chasing these like ratchet OnlyFans bitches.
If I was as rich as him, I would be happy as Larry. You know, I'd still be jerking off. Nobody's touching me. Nobody's touching me sexually. Nah, I don't need sex to make me happy. I need a hand. And as long as sepsis doesn't take away these two working hands, and I don't get frostbite in the winter, I'm good. I'm doing 5 knuckle shuffles left, right and centre. I'm about to have one when I end the stream right here.
He'll likely bounce back, but the Unk has certainly taken a little bit of damage here. As a final update to this story, we just got word that ESPN is officially cutting ties with Shannon Sharpe. This really is an example of an accidental live stream ruining someone's life. Accidentally going live is a complete disaster if you value your personal privacy, but thankfully it's unlikely to occur because, well, you guys are just smarter than that. But even the more careful of you out there already likely have had your personal information taken from you in other ways. I mean, just go ahead and Google yourself. Right now,
No, I'm good. I don't need to know what Googling myself, what results will show up, because I was a bit sus back in my past. Like, I thought it was funny to stick my arsehole online for the world to see. Yeah, I did that. But then the hub implemented something about like only verified accounts can post content over there, so all my content got wiped. So, but somewhere there will be my open arsehole somewhere on the internet, so I'm good. I'm not Googling myself. I can live without that kind of information about myself. I know what my past is like. Don't have to tell me twice. And you might be able to find, if they do it in the UK, I don't know if they do, that one time that I was arrested. I spent 24 hours in police custody because I was stupid when I was drunk, and I said that I'd behead the cops. Yeah. Not my brightest moment, because then there was a lot of sirens, my hands going behind my back, and I tried to run, but then the cop went for his taser, which I thought was a gun because I was drunk, so I was like, no, don't shoot me, and then my hands were behind my back, and then they realised I didn't have anything to behead them with, and they didn't let me go. I was spending the night in police custody for no reason, just in a cell, annoying them to let me go home. I kept on buzzing at them every 2 seconds saying, can I go home, and then they disconnected the fucking thing, so I couldn't call them anymore. I was a menace back in my past, I tell you. I was a menace.
Your full name, email, phone number, home address, and date of birth are likely floating around on the internet, exposing you in a way more insidiously than an accidental live-streamed moment would. You have opportunistic data brokers to thank for your information being out there, and today's sponsor Incogni can help identify your personal data and get it removed from the web for good.
I know a different way, just sue them. If I find anything about me out there, they're catching a lawsuit, motherfucker. Yeah, do I mean? Because that means I have to move my house. I have to move... I have to literally go off the grid. With the help of a VPN, I can now. But it might be too late. Yep, I'm cooked. That's why you give them your old address, your very old address, you know what I mean? They can't catch you in your old address.
Incogni does the hard work for you, tracking down the data brokers who have your info online and submitting information removal requests on your behalf. If you tried to do this yourself, it would take hours of your time and wouldn't be worth it by any stretch. But Incogni...
I'm not really worried. If someone comes and murders me, that's the least of my worries. I got vertigo, I got 4 disabilities, and I got no job, I got no life. Just come and take it. Just come and fucking take it, buddy. Like, yeah, do I mean? Like, this isn't a life that I want.
Makes it possible. When signing
this is a life I was born into. I didn't ask for this life. Yeah.
up for Incogni, I was shocked to find just how many brokers had been peddling my...
Is it the 11th today? Oh yeah, I need to take care of something, because apparently there's meant to be like a meteor shower, so I'm trying to become rich. I wish I was rich. I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I had 6 million in my bank account. I wish I had 10 million in my bank account. I wish I had 1 billion in my bank account. I wish I had 10 billion. I wish I had the most amount of money in the world. Yeah, just in case we're having a meteor shower in this country, I need to chase the bag, and that's the easiest way to just wish for it. Sometimes your wish is my command. I might find a genie later and it'll be like, you got 3 wishes. I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I had 1 billion in my bank account. And I wish I had a femboy boyfriend. Hey, yo, what am I saying? I don't wish for that last one. Jesus Christ, Brian. You horny, aren't you? I'll take care of you after stream. But for some unknown reason, my brain might be horny, but my ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-long is still not standing to attention. He chilling down there. He chilling like a West Coast.
Data. Incogni identified 245 instances of my personally identifying information on the web.
245. What did you say? I didn't listen.
I was shocked to find just how many brokers had been peddling my data. Incogni identified 245 instances.
That's not that much. I'm chilling. That's not that much. 245, yeah. That's at least it's not 1,000. At least it's not 1 billion.
Of my personally identified.
He's a somebody as well. So my nobody asked, that number would be less. That would be probably 45. 45 for me. Or maybe even 5 people, maybe even 1 person. Maybe it's my mother that's been giving out my data. I don't know.
Find information on the web, and they sent requests to take down each occurrence. Within a few days, they got my data off the internet for good, and many of the data brokers were compelled to add me to a suppression list, meaning they won't be able to get my data in the future. Guys, I'm telling you, you'll be shocked when you run your first scan and see just how much of your information is out there. Take back your personal data with Incogni. Use code WavyWebSurf at the link below to get 60% off an annual plan. That's at incogni.com/WavyWebSurf.
Bro, don't you understand I'm broke? Yes, I get a discount, but why can't it be free like on here? Free! Free VPN, free adblock, free. If it's not free, then I'll have to risk it for a chocolate biscuit.
Now, some more accidental live stream fails. YouTube streamer accidentally live streams.
He just put attention on my fucking data, this jackass, man. Knowing damn well that I'm too poor to fucking buy what he is selling.
A gooning
Asshole.
session. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to failed gaming YouTuber Darkside Phil.
Why am I toxic?
The cliff notes on.
He's my favourite YouTuber. I love Darkside Phil. I like that he's dark. He has a dark side, just like me. My dark side is my penis. I'm 30% black and it's all down in the penis apart from the size. The size, it's a white man's penis, but the black, it's a black man's penis because it's a little bit darker than my normal skin. I don't know how it happened. Maybe it's because I hardly shower, but that's beside the point. I got a bit of a black penis.
Phil, for those of you who don't know the guy, he's a washed up Let's Player from a bygone era.
Washed up? He's better than you at video games, 100%. I know he's definitely better than me at video games because I watched him play Halo. He got a better KD than me in Halo. But then again, I play free for all and he plays with a team because he's a pussy. But that's beside the point. He's still better than me. 100%.
Who doesn't know when to call it quits. He also really sucks at video games, which makes no sense.
Oh, I failed because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the aiming. The aiming is actually hard to do because the triggers are very, loose. It's super hard to actually do it properly. Also,
who is Wavy WebSurf to say that this man sucks at video games when you literally don't play video games for your living? You refute other people's lives for a living. So how do I know that you don't suck at video games, huh?
thumbsticks are overly sensitive, so
Stop judging people, man. Some people suck at video games like me and Darkside Phil. But sometimes we're here for entertainment value. We'll make you laugh when we rage. And then we make you cry when we are toxic towards you. You're like our little punching bags, aren't you, chat? I can't see you right now because that thing fucking keeps on lagging my stream and it's making my ADHD friggin' it's annoying my ADHD.
It's hard to aim.
Phil blamed his audience for his declining views, refused to improve his content, only to eventually give up making videos for good, and started streaming shortly after. And well, he's been begging people for money to get by on these streams for close to a decade now. Really doesn't know when to hang it up.
Please support the stream. Let's get some tips rolling in. Let's get our first tip of the night. Let's get our first memberships of the night. Let's get a super chat for the night in here.
I hate that segment where he keeps on asking for money. It's like, okay, I get it, you want money. So does everybody ever. Now shut the fuck up, man. Like, for me, I don't do donations or subscriptions because I believe the only way to make money on this platform is if I actually have a following first. If I don't have a following, I'm not setting up donations because that feels like I'm stealing money. If I'm doing this as a job, then I'm technically not stealing money, but I will not be doing this as a job unless I am signed to Twitch or YouTube or Kick or whatever. They give me a contract and set me up with it says 1 billion on it, that's my price. Take it or leave it, websites. It says 1 billion on it. The day that I get a $1 billion or pounds contract is the day that I will do this instead of a hobby, for a living. Yeah, that's the one. I'm not very good with English or words. I should just go mute like I'm Claude from GTA 3.
Let's get some contributions, but in particular tips. Let's get the tips coming in. I just received a $13 tip. Let's keep going with a $14 tip. Now, who's going to be the $14 tipper to get the Jill hat? Let's find out. I have received the $14 tip.
But begging for money isn't all that Phil does on stream. You see, many years ago, Phil was a lolcow simply for being an unself-aware jackass. But in 2016, an event would transpire that would take the mockery and notorious reputation of this man-child gamer to a different stratosphere altogether. The date is May 1st, 2016. Darkside Phil goes live on YouTube. Now on screen, he starts up a pre-stream lobby with a standby message reading, "This stream will be starting shortly, please stand by." Unbeknownst to Phil at the time was the fact that this wasn't the only thing on screen viewers were seeing. Phil had forgotten to disable his camera, so he could actually be seen in the corner of the screen during his pre-stream lobby, but like, he doesn't know you can see him. But I mean, big fucking deal, right? This happens to streamers all the time.
True.
What, maybe we catch the guy picking his nose on camera or something like that? Surely that's the worst it could get, right?
Yeah. My God, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why is that shaking?
The first few minutes of this pre-stream peep show were
My
mostly
eyes,
benign.
my eyes.
Just Phil seemingly browsing the web and clicking a few links. Nothing really out of the ordinary. But Phil suddenly lays back in his chair, and that's when this whole situation takes an unbelievably goonish turn. With the PlayStation 4 menu music underscoring the affair, Phil stares intently at his computer screen as his arm starts moving. It's theorized that he could have been stroking something here. With a primal aura manifesting in the gamer's gaze, Phil begins convulsing and gyrating with increasing focus and ferocity. With his entire body shaking, the goateed gamer throws his head back as if expelling an exorcist demon. In an instant, it's like he just returns to normal. It's at this moment that Phil decides to end his pre-stream lobby and start the show. Little did he know there were about 50 or so people who had just watched him jerk off in front of them. These traumatized viewers would take to the chat and inform him of the colossal fuck-up.
I don't think he was jerking off. I think he was stroking his pet. He was petting his pet. He was like, that's a good cat or dog, whatever he has. I think he has cats. I think he has some pussy in his crib.
What's up, everyone? Hello, and welcome. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
One thing that I've never been able to reconcile about this incident is not just the fact that he jerked off before doing a live stream show, like that's insane, but he did it during a pre-stream lobby. Like, this man actually hit live with his feed being broadcasted to the internet, but he's just not on camera, and he's like, I'm cool with that. I'm still just gonna jerk off over here, and that's no big deal to me. Dude, if I'm jerking off, there's not gonna be a live feed within 1,000 yards in any direction of me, okay?
True, like, when I jerk off, my PC is not on, my laptop is, and I'm doing some biz over there. It's a Teams meeting. Without the team. Because I can do it by myself. I'm a big boy.
I feel you're insane. You're a fucking psychopath. This is crazy. Now,
yeah, who does that at their PC? Like, you run the risk of coming on your PC setup and breaking it. Like, do it away from the PC. Do it AFK. Do it, like, a little bit far away. And because when I do it, it shoots out everywhere, I have to put this over me. The NFL covers, duvet. I don't know, what is it called in your country? Duvet covers, same thing. But I'm kind of freak in my own nature, because despite me not doing it at the PC, I don't have a sheet on this bed, and it's a mattress, and I lay in it. I lay in it like a cat washing themselves. I just use it as like gel or something, or lotion. I'm a freak.
Phil's a professional
Damn,
accountability
I'm
avoider. And when some in the chat asked him about the bizarre pre-stream...
And I don't even wipe myself down, that's the worst part of it. I just let it crust in my trousers.
...emulsions that looked a lot like masturbation, he denied he was doing so, and pretended as if nothing
Most
happened.
honest streamer right
No,
here.
the video speaks for itself. It was crystal clear what the guy was doing. From my understanding, this was the first time in internet history a streamer had accidentally broadcasted themselves shucking and jiving. So it goes without saying the clip went massively viral online. We were truly in uncharted territory here. The entire internet went crazy over the accidental stroke show, sharing Phil's climax everywhere they could, with almost everyone having a laugh at the man's expense. This controversy would not be something he could sweep under the rug, something even stubborn old Phil would come to terms with.
And all of a sudden my Twitter starts blowing up on my phone, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I look down and I look at the tweets, and people were sending me, hey Rich, DSP Gaming got caught jerking off on live stream. He didn't realize his camera was on before he started live streaming, and he decided to rub one out, and everyone saw. There was like 100 people in the stream, and they all watched him jerk off.
Knowing Phil...
Maybe it was a publicity stunt to get more viewers, because he had 50 viewers at the time, so that must boost the ratings, right? Apparently not, because I think he's still irrelevant up to this day, says me, right? You get 0 viewers, he gets 50. At least he's doing better than you. What does that say about me? That I'm irrelevant? I don't know.
You'd assume he'd make a terrible response to the drama and gaslight people about what had happened. But in a rather uncharacteristically self-aware move from Phil, the day after the clip went viral, the guy fired up a live stream and confessed, coming clean all over everything.
Because of a mishap yesterday, I have seen tons of attention thrown my way. It happens. I think that I've handled it pretty well.
True.
In the past, I have been known as a person who unfortunately kind of takes things way too seriously. And when shit happens, instead of kind of rolling with it, I get pissed off. And you know what? That's not the way to handle stuff. I'm certainly not going to hold it against anyone for joking about something that happened that was completely hilarious in my opinion. I mean, I'll be honest, at first I was incredibly embarrassed, but after the initial shock of knowing what happened, I cannot stop laughing about it. I don't know about anyone else. A lot of people are like appalled. Oh my god! Come on. Yes, because we all know that, you know, it's such an unnatural thing. It's such a horrible, horrendous action.
According to AI, it's actually natural. It's actual natural. You know, AI says so, and AI is always right. Cap.
Everyone, you know, whoever has done it should be burned at the stake. Then again, everyone who's done it probably didn't inadvertently live stream it.
Thankfully for Phil, he wasn't banned for this live streamed jerk session, but he'd never live it down. And the stream has become a source of ridicule for close to a decade now.
I just wish I was there when it happened, man. Because then I'd challenge him to a jerk off. You know? Literally, who can come first? I win. Yep. Fast as fuck, boy.
Somewhat owning up to what he did, Phil became a laughingstock to the greater internet because of this clip. And man, the gaffe has had an unbelievably long shelf life as a meme. The video clip showing this chicken choking incident pops up every now and then and goes viral, and you still run into people who have never seen it before and are equally as shocked as the people who watched it unfold live back in 2016.
And Gamebox took the front, oh, the camera's on.
Who said that? Who said that?
Gamebox.
You masturbated on YouTube, live stream. They wanted to prosecute you. but they said your penis was so small they couldn't actually make it out. So they couldn't tell whether you were masturbating or playing with a fucking skin tag.
As it became...
First, Adam Cole, I'm pretty sure from AEW, said something about it and laughed at it. Now Kevin Nash. Bro, he went viral and he's still irrelevant. That's kind of sad.
Clear that leaning into what had happened didn't stop people from making fun of him. Darkside Phil would adopt a policy of silence regarding this May 1st, 2016 disaster stream. Very rarely does he acknowledge it in public. About a year or so ago, he actually went on a podcast and did address it, and you can tell it's something of a sore spot still.
Here's the truth of the matter. First of all, it took place on YouTube, not on Twitch. Alright? There was maybe 20, 30 people there when it happened, because I just turned the stream on. Right? And it was right, you know, laptop in front of me or whatever, camera's on. So embarrassing.
Oh, he's a laptop wanker like me then. Hey, laptop wankers, don't leave me hanging, Phil. I know what you do with that hand. Same here, I'm left-handed, by the way.
But what's the narrative now? Darkside Phil masturbated in front of thousands of people, including small children, on the internet, live on Twitch, and didn't get banned for it.
Things can happen, dog. You know?
Thankfully, the camera was not panned down. That would have been very, very bad. Thank God it was, you know, the angle that it was at. You know,
Alright.
How am I ever going to live that down? If ever,
He would have definitely got banned if it was angled down.
I think here's what I learned.
Unless he was stroking in his trousers, which that's just nasty. Just pull it down, pull it out, and get it done, and then move on.
That's going to always, no matter what these idiots say about me, that's always going to be my most embarrassing moment.
Alright, you know what? Hold on, I'm going to give you some advice. Alright, I want to give you some advice right now. You need to own it, and you need to have a box of tissues behind you.
And a t-shirt.
As a fucking joke, dude. Troll us back.
Oh, Philip Burnell, go on the Lolcow podcast, you coward. Female streamer accidentally...
Oh, I wish I was there. I definitely wish I was there. But then again, I'm not that good with my eyesight, so I can't really make out reflections as good as some people can. Especially Twitch, she got banned for this.
Gets busy on Twitch. On August 24th, 2022, 21-year-old streamer Kimika would go live on Twitch to a few dozen followers. But this would be no ordinary just chatting stream. On first glance,
why is it blanked out, man? I want to see it.
Inappropriate.
I'll get banned over it. I don't give a fuck.
But the woman does appear to be a bit preoccupied with someone in the room that's off screen. In fact, if you look closely at the reflection in the glass window, you can see what appears to be a man.
No, I can't because it's censored, you asshole.
Performing a spur-of-the-moment oil change on the streamer. The woman's face visually contorting as the mechanic goes to work under the hood.
I can't see it, bro. I can't see it still. She looked like she having a shit.
Needless to say, this sort of automotive work isn't allowed to be broadcasted on Twitch. In response to the discovery of this illicit auto body detailing, Twitch would ban both of Kimika's accounts. It was only 7 days. At the time, Twitch was already...
Hey, now she can do it again. And this time, make sure I'm watching, please. The official cringe loser.
A lot of controversy for seemingly giving preferential treatment to female streamers. You know, you'd have cases where chicks would accidentally show their tits on stream or flash their coochie and they wouldn't get banned. So to see somebody getting...
I've seen a few chicks rub one out on stream. And I was rubbing one out at the same time, and then they got banned, and I'm like, I'm not finished, Twitch! God damn it! Twitch gave me blue balls that day.
On dipstick, and only getting a 7-day temp ban, this was kind of outrageous. Independent gaming journalist Jake Lucky would be the first to report on the incident, posting the clip to Twitter on August 25th, 2022. In a later tweet, Jake would also reveal that he had gotten in touch with the streamer, and she apparently told him going live and getting railed was some kind of accident. She didn't mean to, guys. Are we sure about that? Jake said, quote, "She told me it was a drunken accident and ended the stream quickly. I think something this stupid warrants a permaban." Lucky elaborated further on the ban itself. Quote, "The streamer who had sex on stream verbally stated she only got a 7-day ban from Twitch. She did not show the email or screenshots of the ban. Highly doubt Twitch will keep it at 7 days now." After Jake's tweet went viral, many were outraged. Gideon, a well-known YouTuber who had been banned from Twitch indefinitely for simply raiding Pokemon's chat, expressed his annoyance, writing in a now-deleted tweet, quote, "A girl gets fucked on stream, 7-day ban while I'm still here perma-banned. Twitch is racist." Unquote.
Yep, they finna ban me soon for being white. For no reason. And for having disabilities for no reason. 4 disabilities. And I'll get banned. That's discrimination, Twitch.
An annoying knock-on effect to this controversy was that
And I got vertigo, so that's like almost 5 disabilities if you count vertigo as one, but I don't. Vertigo is a temporary problem which needs a solution eventually.
Given the nature of it, Kimika's social media accounts began exploding as an influx of gooners flocked to her pages, eagerly awaiting more
Wait. Is that uncensored, my boy? I can't show that. I'll watch it later. Jesus Christ.
Jordan Peterson,
Bro almost got me banned.
not realizing he's live for several minutes.
Nice teeth, bro. I got worse ones than that. What's bro doing? Oh, he's squinting. That means he can't see properly. You might need to invest in some glasses, my boy.
You're gonna have holes in your mouth, you know. You are.
What did she say? You're gonna have balls in your mouth. If you meet me, maybe.
I'm live streaming.
The Zoom bombing incident. During the COVID lockdown, people flocked to Zoom in droves to communicate. Calls with friends, work meetings, study sessions, doctor visits, court proceedings, you name it. While certainly a pragmatic solution at the time, the adoption didn't come without its quirks, especially early on. And there were troublemakers out there eager to exploit the communication method for their own entertainment. Which brings us to the Zoom Raiders, or the process of Zoom bombing. Zoom bombing became a popular tactic for some of the internet's more mischievous. Essentially, you had trolls joining non-password protected Zoom calls, typically hosted by official organizations, and derailing the meetings by playing offensive audio or video content to the people in them. Government meetings.
Why no password on it, bro? If you're an official, you would want outsiders to stay out of that meeting. So what were you thinking by making that shit public, bro? That's like making a YouTube video public and expecting it to not get views. Imbeciles.
Were prime targets for this sort of trolling for obvious reasons.
Was that a swastika? Edgy people are cringe. Now I said it.
One of the most infamous Zoom bombs ever dropped was on a South African parliament meeting being held in Johannesburg. On March 7th, 2020, the Parliament of South Africa held an online Zoom meeting and publicly posted the details to access the Zoom on their Twitter account.
Wrong move. Like, bro didn't know that Twitter was public because they left a password here. Man, you might as well... They left their friggin' full-ass phone number. Man, you just self-doxed yourself and you didn't realise, you imbecile.
Big mistake. Details posted on Twitter included the actual password to access...
This is why old people shouldn't make decisions on online safety acts, because they don't even know that Twitter's not private, it's public. Anyone can go on here and see what you post. You imbecile.
Access the video conference.
Man, these parliaments
and you might
are
imagine
stupid.
where this is going.
These are the people making your rules, by the way.
The meeting, one of the speakers actually cautioned the parliament from advertising the meeting in this way, warning the organizers of the ongoing threat of Zoom bombers who were running amok online at the time. Sadly, the warning fell on deaf ears. Shortly after the commencement of the Parliament Zoom meeting, a Zoom bomber joined the call and almost immediately began playing obscene pornographic videos along with racial slurs over the speaker.
Don't you dare violate these ears, thank you very much. Holy. There's only one moaning that should be in this ear, and that is what I want to watch on my new VPN, Opera.
Rather useful tool. Let's say you can't make it to an event or scheduled meeting, you can attend virtually. I mean, nowadays you have people attend.
And also, I don't wear a headset, so my mother hearing that, she might, because I've told her that I'm using Opera for the VPN to watch porn on, and she will literally assume that I'm actively watching it, when little does she know, I'm not. I'm watching a YouTube video right now. I'm not horny. I was horny last night, not today.
Weddings they can't make
I
it
had a
to
shower because I was disgusted in myself, and I smelt like semen.
over these video calls. They also attend funerals too. It can be very convenient. It certainly seemed that way for one woman who was a friend of the recently deceased, a father of 3 who had died after a long and brutal battle with cancer. She was running late, and not wanting to miss any of the proceedings, she actually joined the Zoom call that was taking place at the funeral itself so she could watch it while she got ready. She was going to attend in person, she just didn't want to miss anything. The only problem was she had left her camera on during the getting ready process, so on the massive projector inside the funeral service, everyone got a front row seat through her preparational grooming, including her showering and her shaving her coochie.
Hey, that would... Hey, like, that would actually liven the mood up. No pun intended for the dead guy, but that would actually make people unsad and horny instead. Think about something else when you're at a funeral. Positive vibes. Hashtag positive vibes. To make things more positive about... Yeah, there's no way that you can make a funeral positive. Like, but... I'd be jerking in my seat if this happened, but unless it's my mother. Yep. But we didn't do Zoom calls because we were actually on time. Yeah, that's the one. I can't speak English anymore. I'm cooked. Too much time not yapping has ruined my vocabulary.
Actually, one of the woman's friends sends her a message informing her of what had happened. And believe it or not, she actually still went to the funeral in person after all of this, arriving in tears, ashamed of what she had done. Quote, some bird logged on and didn't realize her camera was on and was in the shower shaving her pubes, an attendee said. If an entire funeral saw me shaving my pubes and showering in the nude, I don't know if I'm going to show up no matter how much I love that person.
I would show up because I know it's my family, and they will not judge me. Yep.
Who died.
I have a good family.
Man accidentally live streams his wife.
No, I don't want to see this. Please don't have like anything that will violate my eyes, please.
Giving birth to hundreds of people, with everyone having a camera.
Oh, she gave birth to hundreds of people. Jesus Christ, her pussy must be loose now. Jesus, she's ruined for life.
Pocket these days, the recording of a childbirth by family members occurs more than you might imagine. And hey, if you went Stanley Kubrick on your wife's hoo-ha in the delivery room, hey, I'm not judging personally, but for me, I like to be in the moment. You know, a moral encouragement. Push, baby, push! I don't want to have to be worrying about the framing of the cucaracha on camera, if you feel me. But hey, if you insist on filming it, just be careful out there.
Now, that would be gory as shit because they come out with blood all over themselves and I'd be like, I'm going to sleep now. Because I'd literally pass out if I saw a childbirth. That's why I don't fuck with women, I fuck with femboys, who are men. Yeah, be careful with the boy part of fem. I fuck with fem men, not femboys, fem men. We need to reword that thing, just so I don't go to prison.
Because you might end up like the guy who accidentally shared his wife's birthing process with everyone that he had ever met. On May 16th, Kali Konongata, a 26-year-old man from Carmichael, California, was about to experience one of the greatest moments life has to offer. His wife, Sarah Dome, she was giving birth to their first child.
Yeah, that's not an incredible experience. I'd be literally on the floor if I saw that shit, man. No. Just wake me up when it's ready to come, when it's already come out. I like a baby that's already been made, not in the process of making. Yeah. And I mean, if I was a parent, not any other weird way fucking weird ass internet people, man. You all need to get your mind out the gutter, man. Jesus Christ.
He planned on filming it. Kali is of Polynesian descent.
Oh, look at the
Specifically,
little
his family is
elbow.
from the island of Tonga. It's within traditional norm of these people to have your entire family witness a woman giving birth. Now, unable to airlift his extended family into this delivery room, Kali opted to simply film the delivery and show his family the video later. Ah yeah, I can't wait to pop a squat on the couch with Unk and show him my wife spread open giving birth in 4K. Now the man here was something of a boomer when it came to technology, and as you might expect, was primarily a Facebook user. In fact, Kali often used Facebook's in-app camera to record videos instead of his phone's default app. What could possibly go wrong there? As his wife begins pushing and the birth of the child
Please
is
don't show
imminent,
it.
Kali hits record, but something was off. Sometime after hitting record, the man, who was focused on the birth itself, takes a glance to his phone screen to make sure it's still capturing footage. And to his shock, he discovered a live viewer count in the top corner, which was rapidly increasing, rising moment to moment. Kali had accidentally broadcasted to Facebook Live. Quote, I didn't notice it was on the public feed until someone said, push, push, in the comments. It was my little cousin, Kali said. The childbirth stream spread virally, and thousands of people were in the chat room, tuned in. Panicked, Kali initially considered shutting down the stream, but viewers were cheering his wife on, and the man reckoned, hell, I've already been live streaming it this long, why not see it through to the end? Quote, there's a lot of negative stuff on Facebook, and so I thought this would be positive. I figured as long as I kept it PG, it's something to be happy about. Doing his best to avoid any nudity, Kali supported his wife through the birthing process, with the chat room filled with friends and strangers cheering them on. Sarah had no idea she had an audience, later stating, quote, I thought he was just filming regular and he put it on live, and I didn't know until the end, so yeah, I was surprised. Thankfully for everyone, the delivery resulted in a healthy baby boy. The accidental stream showing this entire
Or does he have a bigger... Is he bigger than me? Like, that's the real question. That's life's biggest questions. If he's bigger than me, you have to push him back inside and chop it off, man. And make him a woman. Ain't nobody finna be bigger than me. Everybody's bigger than you. Who am I kidding? Even babies are bigger than me. I'm just a loser with a small penis.
Process was reportedly viewed over 200,000 times. While certainly a truly bizarre situation, all things considered, with the nudity being kept to a minimum and the outcome being wholesome, I'm okay with it, I guess. Some online weren't, though. There was a bit of pushback, with some suggesting the whole thing was unfair to the wife, like it was some sort of invasion of her privacy.
It literally was. Like, filming them while they're giving birth without their knowledge is invasion of privacy. That is literally what the definition is.
Obviously, some also were just appalled that something so visceral was live streamed to Facebook. Though it's important to note that Kali really didn't show much here. The stream has nothing inappropriate except for one moment when the man was distracted by the baby coming out and he accidentally, shows a glimpse of his wife's breast for a second. Kali responded to his newfound detractors, quote, I know some people are mad that it's not private, but I'm from the island of Tonga, and many years ago we would have water births in public. I wasn't worried about hiding anything because our culture has done this for thousands of years. I don't think it's fair to cast judgment upon people. I mean, birth is a wonderful thing, Kali said. Sarah also expressed her own unperturbed reaction, quote, I know there's some people that say, oh, that's too much, but I think it's really not that bad. Everyone can have their opinion, but to me, it's beautiful. It's a blessing. It shows mothers it's not hard to have a baby. It's not so much pain. I mean, there is pain, but you can do it and don't be ashamed. I'm not ashamed, the woman said.
Yeah, it can be comforting for other people and educational for people. Like, this is what happens when the mother cat gives birth to the baby cat. Even though it's not a cat, it's a person, but still. It's the same kind of energy as those Discovery channels have on.
When asked if she had watched the 45-minute video of her birthing, she claimed that she had not yet. I've been with the baby, but I went to the end to make sure he didn't show too much, and I thought, oh, this isn't too bad. Colley would later tell People magazine in an interview that he hoped one day his son will see the video of him being born and appreciate the story behind his life. Quote, "That is what us Islanders do. We carry stories."
They're really good parents.
From elder to
I can
elder,
tell.
so my story will be passed on to him. My pain will become a blessing to him. When a potential invasion of privacy actually turns into a pretty wholesome moment, that was the story of the man who accidentally live-streamed his wife giving birth. And well, you made it to the end of the video.
Thank you for another
video. Let me know
video.
what you guys thought about it down below in the comment section, and let me know who or what you want me to talk about next.
Well, I don't go down in the comment section because it's literally an argument war zone down there. But it was a great video. Let me just leave a like just to tell you how much I liked it. Even though you probably won't see my video, my live stream, or anything about me. Even you won't even see that like because you got 18,000 of them. But yeah, W video, W people in the videos apart from DSP jerking off. And with that being said, I am out.